What is up guys, this is Pirate here and I want to welcome you to my Warlords tutorial series. This time I'm going to be covering the Cryomancer. So the Cryomancer is basically the mage's version of a tank. It's got 4,400 health, which is fairly low, but all damage you take is reduced by 20%. Maximum energy of 100, you gain 10 energy per second, and any hits you do on enemy will grant you 5 to 10 energy. The kit costs 5,000 coins. It's a pretty good kit for new players if you want to pick up mage or you're just learning the game. Its first ability is Frostbolt. It does 257 to 347 damage, and it slows enemies for about 15% for 2 seconds. And if you hit them directly, it's going to take 30% more damage. Pretty decent skill. It's your basic skill, bread and butter. Want to use this quite a lot. The second skill is Freezing Breath. This has a cooldown of 15 seconds, energy cost of 30. It's an AoE slow, which does a lot of damage. The damage is around about 500 to 680, and it slows all enemies for about 35% for 4 seconds. Very useful in Domination, also very useful in enclosed spaces such as the tunnels in CTF. Time Warp is the mage's escape skill. It's got a long cooldown of 40 seconds, energy cost of 15. It places a rune on the ground, and after 5 seconds you teleport back to that rune. You can use this to juke enemies, you can use this to jump off a cliff and then teleport back up, or put the rune behind you and then sprint into a fight, teleporting back out to take no damage. Arcane Shield is your fourth ability. It has a cooldown of 40 seconds and energy cost of 20. You surround yourself with a shield which absorbs up to 25% of your maximum health for 6 seconds. This is a huge shield. Use this in combination with Time Warp. Put a Time Warp behind you, pop Arcane Shield, sprint into a fight to take no damage and deal out loads, and then teleport back to safety. Your ultimate ability is Ice Barrier. It has a cooldown of around about 70 seconds. It surrounds yourself with a layer of cold air, reducing all damage taken by about 25%. Any melee damage that you take is going to reduce the attacker's movement speed by 40% for 2 seconds. This ability lasts 8 seconds. Combinations include Time Warp and then using Ice Barrier to take less damage, or just simply sprinting with Ice Barrier and doing a lot of AoE damage with Freezing Breath. You want to try and use your best rare, epic or legendary weapon. If you don't have a legendary or an epic, try and use a rare weapon which is spec'd for the Cryomancer. This is going to increase the ability of some of your skills and you'll be able to do more damage. With that being said, let's go on to what you're going to do in game. So kiting, for those of you who don't know, is running backwards whilst hitting an enemy while they can't hit you. You can do this with ranged classes such as the mage. As you can see here, there's a warrior chasing me. He's trying to reach me but he just can't. I'm frostboting him, constantly slowing him down and just slowly backing up and making sure he can't hit me. I'm back up into the tunnel and you can see he still can't hit me. Obviously he's not sprinting, he's a little bit new, but the concept is there. He still can't hit me as I'm just sprinting back. A more experienced player comes up behind me and tries to attack me, but as I see, a noob runs into me. I kill him since he's on low HP from my kiting, and I go back in to engage a paladin from before. This is going to be your basic maneuver, sprinting backwards while putting down lots of damage behind you. So I've got a slow motion clip here to really emphasise how to kite well as well. This is a 1v1, a full health me, as Cryomancer of course, versus a full health warrior. Pretty much the worst situation you could be in. I immediately hit him with a Freezing Breath. It does critical damage and slows him, so I'm already off to a bit of an advantage. My ally comes in, doesn't do anything, just dies, so immediately it's a 1v1. He's coming straight at me. I put the frostbolts at his feet to make sure he can't come at me. If I put them towards his face, they might miss and he'll keep coming at me. As he gets close, I pop Ice Barrier and I run through him. Look at this, it creates distance. I sprint away. As he's getting closer again, I'm going to pop Time Warp and I'm going to juke him, creating even more distance, just making sure I can't be hit, staying really safe, staying calm. So I'm looking down, Time Warp coming down in 2, as you can see. He's still coming, that's good news. Create even more distance. And boom. Look at that, I'm across the other side of the map from him. He can't do anything. I can use this chance to hit him with even more frostbolts. He's weakened. I'm still very near full health. I see an ally, I immediately position the ally in front of my enemy. So, it's enemy, ally, me, never enemy, me, ally. As you can see, he keeps coming, but he's dead when it's 1k health. Keep kiting backwards, poking him, shooting towards his feet. Make a bit of a blunder here, I've ran out of energy, but it doesn't really matter because he's already too weak from my kiting. And as you can see, he goes down in the end. Right there. Critical frostbolt to the face. Pretty simple kiting method, but that's how you use it in a duel situation. And you can see that even if you're against a warrior who's a really good close range class, you can still win the fight. So I got another clip for you. This is a normal length clip. This involves a 1v1 warrior again. It's more about the kiting. He's not on full health, but it's still representing the kiting and how it works. So as you can see, my ally is going down. Tried to save him, but he's just too low, I can't really help. The warrior is right next to me, I have to do everything I can. I hit him with 2 frostbolts, slowing him down. Create distance again. I see he's running away, so I stay far away from him, but still gaining a little bit of distance. I see he's popped berserk, he's running towards me, so I'm making distance again. As soon as he gets onto me, I pop my arcane shield, tank some damage, and there's no way he can kill me at this point, so I'll just back up really quickly, make sure that he can't hit me, and easily kill him. So the basic things you're going to be doing in every game is kiting, creating distance, and then closing distance with your defensive skills. When you lose your defensive skills, you're going to use time warp and run away. That's going to be your basic game plan for the rest of your games after this tutorial. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit about kiting, so now we're going to go on to the second part of the tutorial, which is sniping as a mage. I'm going to go into a little bit of detail and just help you guys out. So there are 2 types of sniping, there's long range and short range sniping. I'm going to show you long range first. You can see me zooming in. This is absolutely necessary, you need Optifine to do long range sniping. Gives you the feature to zoom in and allows you to be more accurate at long range, obviously. You just need it. Just pick it up, there's a link in the description. You need it to long range snipe. Short range sniping is a little bit different. You stay out of the fight but still close enough so you can hit them without being hit, if that makes sense. Short range sniping is more of a CTF thing because you've got a lot of terrain which you can use to your advantage, and there's a lot of short, small fights which you can get in on. For long range sniping, you want to do it on the lumber mill in Domination. That's the mountain for any of you who don't know. Really, really good spot to snipe from. You can see the entire map and you can hit anyone on it. Great place to get lots of damage. So now you know how to fight, but now you've got to know where to fight, and this is what I'm going to teach you in this next few clips. So for capture the flank, you want to be trying fighting near and in tunnels, because the tunnels obviously there's not a lot of room in them, so there's less chance of your shot's going to miss. If you shoot right down the middle of the tunnel, chances are that you're going to hit your enemy and do a lot of damage. If you're fighting in an open field, they'll be able to dodge and juke, and you might not be able to hit them. As you can see here, I'm just absolutely dominating some players. I've got a damage buff on, which is really important, and I'm just hitting them constantly, doing a lot of damage. Now, mages have to think quite a lot about what would they do in an open situation. If they're not near the tunnel, if they're not around allies, what do they do? There's a couple of different things you can do, and I'm going to show you here. As you can see here, I'm being chased by an enemy. So I pop Arcane Shield, and I'm looking for a way to get out. He's behind me, he's got a good weapon. I have to juke him, I have to get behind him, so I go around the tree trunk, and I get into a better position than him, and he's forced to back off. You've got to do this a lot in Capture the Flag. You've got to use these little stumps which you see, and these underground tunnels, and you've got to juke your enemies to get behind them and out-position them. That's how you win fights. So I've got another clip for you, it's a slow motion one. This is going to show you some more advanced juking on the Capture the Flag map. So, let's play the clip. As you can see here, there's a mage right on top of me, he's full health, I'm half health. I've got to juke him, I go around the trunk, and look, I've created height, he can't hit me, I've done damage to him, and I make it out. He's still on top of me, so I need to juke him again. I create a little bit of distance, and I make big play, jumping over him, hitting him with 2 frostbolts, and then running away. He catches me with a freezing breath, so I have to juke him one more time. He's got no idea what's going on, he's twisted, he's disorientated, and he's going down. As you can see, I'm still on 1,300 health, and he's all the way down to 0. This is how you juke on the Capture the Flag map. You've got to do very unique pathing, and this is how you beat your opponents. So now we're going to go on to the main ability of the mage, which is Time Warp. I'm going to show you a few tricks which you can do, and a few jukes which you can do as well. So Time Warp is a really powerful mage spell. It can be used so many different ways. You can juke enemies, you can teleport up and down cliffs, you can get a flag and then teleport back up to run away quickly. It's just such a good skill. I'm going to show you a few ways to use it and a few examples of how I use it in a duel situation. So there are a couple of different types of Time Warp which I like to use. This is one I call an offensive Time Warp. I put Time Warp down on the mountain and I sprint into the fight. I deal tons of damage, I don't take any in return, and I teleport back up into safety. You want to be trying using this quite a lot as it's your main combo for Time Warp. Really good use of Time Warp here. So the second type of Time Warp is a defensive Time Warp. As you can see here, I'm being chased by an enemy, so I put the Time Warp behind me and I sprint ahead, creating distance. And when the Time Warp activates, as you can see, I teleport all the way back, I'm nowhere near him and I'm free to escape. This is going to be your main defensive tool. If you've been chased by a warrior or a paladin, you want to put Time Warp behind you, sprint as far away as you can and then teleport back to safety. So now that you've learnt the different types of jukes, I'm going to show you how to use them in a duel situation. As you can see here, there's an enemy right in front of me, it's a mage. He's quite high level and he's got a legendary weapon, so I've popped Ice Barrier and I'm chasing him. You can see now we're fighting, he's popped his arcane shield, and the fight begins. We're both getting quite low, I think we're with freezing breath, and I see I'm about to die, so I pop arcane shield and I run away. And here comes the duke. As I see he's right behind me, I put the Time Warp right in a very hard to get location, try and make it really hard for him to get back there, run as far away as I can, and I teleport back into safety. This is how you use it in a duel situation. You want to do this quite a lot when you're fighting, to make sure that you do not die. So I've got another basic juke for you here. As you can see, I'm being chased by a paladin. I try and juke him by going onto the tree, but he knocks me off of it. So I have to run away. I'm on low HP, there's two of them there, I need to run. I pop Ice Barrier and I pick up the damage buff, just in case I need to fight, I'm going to have an advantage. And I see Time Warp's coming up in one, so here we go. I put the Time Warp behind the house and I run all the way around it. And being noobs, they follow me, and I'm allowed to run away to complete safety. This is a really useful juke. You want to be using your terrain to your advantage. So I've got one last basic juke for you, and this one is a mountain juke. As you can see here, I'm dueling a mage. We're both popping our abilities, making sure that we don't die. We're both getting quite low HP. I probably could kill him here, but you know, I need to get out just in case. So I put the Time Warp at the top of the mountain, run all the way down, and even though I killed him, if he survived, I would have teleported all the way back up to the top of the mountain and stayed safe. So you guys have learned how to fight, you guys have learned where to fight, and now you're going to have to combine it into a duel situation. And I'm going to teach you here by showing you a few duels. As you can see, my flag carrier is being chased by a paladin, so I have to slow him down to make sure that my flag carrier does not die. I don't stack up my abilities, I make sure that my frost bolts are spread apart, to make sure that the slow is permanent. As you can see, I'm being attacked by a mage, so I pop Arcane Shield, and in a minute you'll see I pop Ice Barrier, making sure like he cannot get to the flag carrier, and then I go back in to help the flag carrier afterwards. It's really important that you do not chase, make sure you take it one step at a time and kill the person right in front of you, instead of a player who's sprinting all the way to the other side of the map. So I've got one last clip for you guys, and this is a clip which showcases everything that we've been learning, and it ties it all together into a proper fight. As you can see here, there's 3 enemies coming straight for me, and as I look behind me, there's an enemy flag carrier coming out of our tunnel. I'm looking at the scores and I'm thinking, okay, they cap the flag, but they cannot win. Just need to make sure we don't die and don't get our flag capped again. There's 3 enemies coming straight for me, so I try and make a play. There's an enemy behind me, so I put down Time Warp and I run away. I pop Arcane Shield to make sure that they don't kill me, and 2 of them chase me, but a more experienced player waits for me. As you can see here, I pop Ice Barrier, make sure I don't stack on my defences. Calmly run away, hit him with a freezing breath to slow him down, and as I see, he's not too far away, so I hit him with 2 more frost bolts to slow him down and I sprint away. I'm safe, I'm able to get out, and in 8 seconds we win the game. The flag carrier is not able to win. Pick up the healing buff just in case, and as you can see here, I get the 2nd most damage and we win the game. So I really hope you guys learned something here, and I hope you enjoyed my video. If you want to see more, then please like, comment and subscribe. There's going to be a lot more tutorials on the way if you guys want them. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please share it and subscribe on the button below.